you got your mail, would you say I'm done after that?
Of course, 100%.
You know how sometimes fights get announced and we be like, damn, this the fight I ain't know we wanted?
Yeah.
I think this is one of those fights.
A lot of bad blood.
Yeah, but not just that. It's just a hell of a matchup because you didn't think you would get it.
He hasn't stepped into the ring in over 2 years, and his last fight was called boring. So why is he suddenly calling out Terence Crawford, the new face of boxing? The real reason might surprise you, and it reveals an uncomfortable truth that just came out. Charlo recently returned and started making noise again. Now he's openly saying he wants to fight Crawford, claiming it would be an honor to share the ring with him.
I want all the smoke. I want smoke with Crawford. I want all the smoke. Give me the best. I'm in shape. I train. My lifestyle is on the move. Everything is great. So why the f would I want the best, man? What y'all talking about, dog? I don't got time to be playing with none of these people with these promotionals and all of these. I'm with the old school boxing. If they gave me an offer for Crawford, and me and Crawford, I talked to him one time. I'm excited. I'm so. It'll be an honor to get in the ring with him, not just today, just because of what he done as becoming undisputed. He completed something that I didn't complete, and so being in the ring with Crawford would be amazing. I give him the best fight of today's era. I don't think that there's no other fight out there in the boxing world for Crawford to make right now. The best fight really would be me. The best fight with Boots is me. The best fight with Crawford is me.
Charlo is trying to sell this fight hard. He's calling it a historic showdown, promising fans the best fight of this era, and suggesting Crawford has no other choice. He even tried to show respect by admitting that Crawford achieved something he never did.
They gave me an offer for Crawford, and me and Crawford, I talked to him one time. I'm excited. I'm so. It'll be an honor to get in the ring with him, not just today, just because of what he done as becoming undisputed. He completed something that I didn't complete, and so being in the ring with Crawford would be amazing. I give him the best fight of today's era. I don't think that there's no other fight out there in the boxing world for Crawford to make right now. The best fight really would be me. The best fight with Boots is me. The best fight with Crawford is me. Obviously, nothing else that anybody else could. Earl and Virgil and the winner of them. But I really don't see nobody else. What y'all want me to do in the game?
All this talk about respect and putting on a great fight doesn't add up when you remember Charlo's last performance. What's worse, this isn't the first time he's tried to challenge Crawford. Right after losing to Canelo in 2023, Charlo called Crawford out and received a cold response. Many felt he only did it to distract people from how poorly he performed.
Yeah, Terence Crawford could be on a radar. I think he already probably been on Twitter, like lip wrestling with the internet, just to get some clout, some fans, and it's fine, but he's a champion, and maybe I'll talk a little bit more because that's what y'all want from me. Because Terence Crawford been talking shit, so they're gonna bring out a different animal in me, but I don't know which animal. But yeah, man, I can fight Terence Crawford next.
Back in September 2023, Charlo moved up 2 weight classes to face Canelo Alvarez for a massive payday. But the fight ended up being one of the worst of the year. It wasn't just a loss, it was lifeless. Charlo landed only 71 punches the entire fight. Canelo controlled him easily and even dropped him in the 7th round with a right hand that forced him to take a knee. After that, Charlo simply tried to survive. Critics were harsh. Pauli Malignaggi said Charlo fought like he only came for a paycheck and cared more about avoiding damage than winning. Sporting News called the performance dull and lifeless.
How do you respond to him intentionally saying your name wrong? Because he said Zoo and then
no,
changed
you know what?
to
I
Zoo.
think he's that illiterate that he can't speak properly. Like I don't think he can. Yeah, he just. I don't know. Like you can make him try say that word and Zoo, but he can't say it. Poor bloke.
That fight showed Charlo was just trying to stay on his feet. Since then, he hasn't achieved anything notable. Analysts agreed that he never had a real shot, not because he lacked talent, but because the situation was stacked against him. As Sugar Ray Leonard put it clearly, weight classes exist for a reason.
weight classes for a reason, Ray. It looked like Charlo really couldn't get off tonight against Canelo. What did you think about it?
You know what? Styles make fights. That was hey, I appreciate the fight. I appreciate it.
Hall of Fame legend Roy Jones Jr. also said that Canelo fought the right fight and used his power perfectly. He explained that when a fighter moves up 2 divisions, the bigger man should dominate. He compared it to when Canelo faced Mayweather years ago, saying Canelo learned from that loss and now uses his size advantage properly.
About the power he showed. He fought the proper fight for the proper opponent. When you fight a guy coming up 2 weight classes, you're supposed to bully him. If he'd fought Mayweather that way back in the day, we'd saw a much better fight. But he didn't. But he's learned now, and that shows you that he's improved, and he understands boxing more now. Because he's bullied the smaller guy, which is what you're supposed to do.
Many fans believe that Charlo, who excelled at 154 pounds, simply couldn't handle Canelo's power and size at 168 pounds.
You can't box perfectly every second, and it's hard to hurt him. Canelo, Jermell Charlo landed some really good punches, but they just weren't enough to hurt him. So
I expected them to battle for undisputed. I expected, a little small wage war, but it didn't happen. You feel me? Anticlimactic is what I would call it, because I just think Charlo realized early on that this wasn't where I was supposed to be, with this type of power, with this type of strength. So he kind of survived and made it to the end of the fight.
Beyond the physical difference, Charlo's mindset was what other fighters criticized most. Many felt he had mentally lost before the first bell even rang. Terence Crawford himself said Charlo gave him too much attention instead of focusing on the fight.
I thought it was about as good as it gets. I thought that was a tremendous all-around demonstration of what makes Canelo Alvarez the greatest fighter of the generation. From the fabulous chin, to the very effective defense, to mixing power punches together in the middle rounds, to landing one of the best right hands he's ever thrown to knock Charlo down, and using a series of left hooks to widen the margin down the stretch of the fight. It was vintage Canelo. It's about as good as it gets. I think it was a one-sided fight because Canelo Alvarez is a historically great fighter. I mean, Jermell Charlo is a talented fighter. He's proven that in the ring. But once in every generation, maybe twice in every generation, you get somebody who is up here, better than all the rest. That's who Canelo Alvarez is.
The performance wasn't just a physical defeat, it was a mental one. Charlo seemed satisfied just to hear the final bell and make it through the rounds.
Man, Charlo gave him too much respect, man. Too much. He didn't fight his fight.
What would you do to Canelo?
I don't know if he was scared or not, but, Canelo did a tremendous job in there. He did what he had to do.
Charlo's comments after the fight told the full story. Even though he tried to keep his chin up, his words revealed how overmatched he was. He called Canelo a beast and admitted it was his first time fighting at that weight, saying he wished he'd gained at least 5 more pounds. He even said he'd never been hit that hard before. It made him dizzy. That moment showed he was facing a completely different level of opponent.
Really disappointing fight, awful. I thought Charlo was just I don't know, it's like even when Golovkin fought Canelo, he never, in the third fight, it's like, I don't know, are you getting paid too much money? Have you got too much money? Because the special ones that have got too much money still stick it on the line. Canelo, AJ, but it almost looked like Charlo was like, I'm getting, I don't know what he got, 8 million, 10 million. And I was like, okay, it's almost like, let's not hurt each other in here tonight. I'm just going to get our money. And it's like, all the talk about legacy, sticking it online. A lot of fighters go, I'd rather get knocked out, carried out, than lose on points. But actually, how many fight like that?
Crawford watched that fight and immediately responded on social media. His reply was cold and direct. You went out sad. You didn't even try to win. You should be ashamed. He added, he just tried to survive. I'm done with him. Crawford ended it by mocking Charlo, saying he let Canelo treat him like a child. But the biggest insult came later. Crawford proved in the ring what Charlo couldn't.
Yeah. Are you interested at Crawford at 154?
Where we can make a fight at, I'll take it. I should be 1 or 2. I should be up there in the top dogs. As long as I'm in the pound per pound, don't matter to me.
I'm not in competition with the Terence Crawford ring walk. I know that's what everybody's trying to get the answer to.
came out with Eminem. That was some bad shit. Like, I ain't gonna front. That's some cool shit. And it's gonna be hard to beat that. He win. That's not my world. We don't get paid for that anyways. But I almost had like Lil Wayne or something. I had some people I've been in contact with. So we shall see.
2 years after Charlo's failed attempt, Crawford moved up 2 weight classes himself to 168 pounds. But instead of struggling, he dominated Canelo Alvarez, winning by unanimous decision and taking all his belts. Recent footage shows Crawford still in top form, focused and preparing for his next challenge.
Charlo fight Crawford first, and then see how that goes. And if he does good against Charlo with the weight, then let's see him come up and fight Canelo. Yes, but not right now. I want to see him. I want to see Crawford come up with some weight classes and show he can be dominant at 54.
Do you think Crawford should go up to 154? Do you think?
Yes, Crawford definitely should go over 54. Because I don't think he should fight 47 anymore. 54 and maybe even 62 after that. He's big enough to do that, along with all the Charlo brothers and stuff. So I definitely would love to see him do that.
Awesome. Thanks, Sugar.
At 168, Crawford now stands as the clear leader. He has many options ahead, but Charlo isn't just chasing Crawford, he's also calling out another top fighter. Recently, Charlo targeted the dangerous knockout artist Jaron Boots Ennis, saying, "I think Boots is great, but I'd give him a tough fight. Styles make fights." It sounded like a bold move for someone who hasn't been active in years.
Double fake to your left. Double fake to your right. Double fake to your left.
No, top.
You.
Put your hand on your heart now, top.
Step back, rhythm. Step back, rhythm. Rhythm, y'all.
Still got some abs.
Double fake, double fake. Double fake.
So, as you see, the pound for pound king, the undefeated 5-division world champion, the 3-division undisputed world champion, superstar boxer, first ballot Hall of Famer once he retires, Terence "Bud" Crawford, is still jacked and still in shape and sending a warning and letting the world know, I still got abs, I'm still in shape.
But just days later, Ennis's manager exposed what was really going on. Promoter Eddie Hearn immediately dismissed Charlo's call-out, saying he doubted Charlo would actually take the fight. Hearn said it plainly, "This isn't about legacy, it's about money." Reports claim Charlo wants an extra $10 million to face either Ennis or Crawford. It's clear he's chasing a big payday, not a real challenge.
When it comes to Bud, I think a lot of people took credit away from a lot of his wins. Like, I feel like when they kept throwing it out there that he didn't fight nobody.
Well, he did.
I disagree with that.
Look,
anybody you get in the ring with is a chance you
can
lose.
He didn't fight nobody that was on that level. That's what we saying. So he fought somebody. But come on, bro.
I think he fought people.
Victor Postal.
That's a bad name.
That ain't a.
During that time.
In order to say.
I'm saying during that time when he fought him.
He was overhyped.
He was overhyped? What?
Victor Postal is like this.
What's that
you know you talk to a boxer, right?
Yeah, I'm a boxer too.
Victor Postal's like this.
A lot of people couldn't deal with that. A lot of people can't deal with that style. A lot of people can't deal with that style.
Can't deal with that.
A lot of people can't deal with that boxing style. He's jumping up in the air. He's a boxer, know how to use his range and his distance. A lot of people can't do.
That means the last 3 faces of the sport of boxing will have all retired undefeated. Floyd Mayweather, 50 wins, no loss, no draw, 27 wins by way of knockout. Andre S.O.G. Ward, 2-division champion, Olympic gold medalist, Hall of Famer, 32 wins, no loss, no draw, 16 wins by way of knockout, undefeated. Terence Crawford, that would make him 43 wins, no loss, no draw, 31 wins at least by way of knockout, undisputed. And the face of boxing. Historic.
Meanwhile, Crawford's camp is focused on real goals. They've ruled out a Canelo rematch and have no interest in a super fight with David Benavidez. Now, Crawford's true plan is starting to surface.
I think Boots is a great fight, though. I'll give Boots all the problems in the world. He's a great fighter. But I give him all the problems in the world. I think that styles make fights, you know, like, even with the Canelo loss and the Canelo fight, I believe Crawford did absolutely everything that he studied and he did it right.
I feel like you don't like Jermell. And if you,
I don't.
You got respect for Earl. So if you did Earl like that, god damn.
I don't like Jermell for the simple fact that I feel he's a fake individual. I feel Earl is real. I feel he's genuine. I feel like he stand on 10 toes on everything that he say or do. I feel like Jermell is just one of those guys that do a lot for attention. I was cool with Jermell and Jamal and their older brother prior to me moving up in weight. You know, I got messages with he hit me up asking me he gonna pull up in Omaha, and we talking about cars. We talking about all different type of stuff. Once, you know, I moved up in the division, and I understand that they stablemates. He trained with Arrow Coach, and they've been knowing each other for a long time. For him to start bashing me and talking bad about me and saying I'm gonna get knocked out, and, you know, going out his way to say little slick shit about me, I was just like, man, that's some hope.
Reports reveal that Crawford plans to drop to 160 pounds to become the undisputed middleweight champion. The path is already forming, first against WBC champion Carlos Adams, then possibly the winner of Erislandy Lara versus Janibek Eliminally. Crawford aims to dominate 4 weight divisions. Charlo isn't part of that journey. So, what does Crawford really think of Charlo's latest challenge?
Just whatever, guy. You get your paperwork right. Talk to Mr. Heyman. We'll get a fight going. And you're damn right, it'll be easier. Let's get a big fight going, matter of fact. And I'll show you better than I can tell you. Ain't nothing easy in the ring with me, so I don't. Just, you know, I'm grown. These kids, they just talk and he ain't fought nobody for real. You know, like he just got out of top rank contract because Bob didn't want his ass no more, so he just got rid of him. So it's just like I don't know what's that.
This time, Crawford doesn't even need to respond. His actions already say everything: beating Canelo, staying in top shape, and planning his next big move at 160 pounds.